everyone, everywhere you are. Greetings from God's love. I'm here again with another message. Today's message, I'm going to talk about the breath of life. If you want to read the Bible, you can check from Genesis 2 verse 7. This afternoon when I wanted to read my Bible, I just opened the Bible, and the first place I just my eye sees like Genesis 6 verse 7, where God say he regretted of creating human being. And I saw it was in the days of Noah. But today I want to talk about breath of life, because about this channel and the messages that God gave to me is about life and love and him, because he is the one that is life, he is the one that is love. That's why we are existing. So I just want to, he's asking, the breath of life that he gave to us, what are we using it for? When somebody live, you breathe, that shows life. Then when somebody die, that breath of life is gone. If you want to read in the Bible, Genesis 2 verse 7, when God created human being out of the dust of the ground, until he breathed in his breath of life before a man become a living being. So any human being that is alive today have the breath. Anyone that died today does not have the breath. The last moment of a human being, the last moment of any human being that live is the breath, the last breath that he breathed and gone. When God give you this breath and you are living, you are walking, because this breath help all of us to function. Like I'm here talking now, is because of the breath of God, the breath of life of God that God breathed in me. I can hold this camera, I can talk, I can see, I can do whatever I can do. God is asking all of us today, that breath of life that he gave to us, what are we doing with it? When we have this breath of life and we are able to talk, to walk, what do we use our mouth to say? Do what we say or what we do magnify God? Do our hands that God gave to us, do we use it to do something good? For example, some people are in the office using the hand that God gave to them, signing documents that will ruin others, that will suppress others. Some of us, the eyes that God gave to us, instead of us to use it to see something good in others, we see something that will, some people to the extent of having envy to the extent of killing, to the extent of destroying the other one happiness. The life that God gave to us, what are we doing with it? That breath of life that he breathed into us, what are we doing with it? God wants our actions, our activities, the life that he gave to us, to magnify him, to glorify him. God wants people, like the life that he gave to us, to function in the way that please him, to function in the way that magnify him. Today, the breath of life that he gave to us, do we use it to glorify him, or do you allow devil to manipulate the life that God gave to you? So think about it. And I will also expect your comments, your suggestions, your experience. Subscribe, try to pass these messages. because in future we are going to like, even this part of a topic, this topic, breath of life, that I talk about today, God is still going to use me to talk about it in different way, in another form. If there is something left, we can talk about it. There is more, because God wants to save. So God wants us to relate to him so that our souls will be saved. Because everything we are fighting for, like in this world, people are doing something without thinking, like this life that God gave to them, that one day he may took this life. How are you going to account, like the life he gave to us? How are we going to, account how we use it? Think of how you use the breath, the life that God gave to you. If you want to read the Bible to, understand a lot more of what I mean, go to Genesis 2 verse 7. You see how God, after God created human being was like nothing until he breathed in his breath before human being started function. And anytime that any human being is like leaving the earth, or the end of that person have come, the last thing that happened to him or her is the last breath. That is the life that God breathed in. That is when that life leave that person. So think about how you spend the breath, the life that God gave to you. Until next time, is God's love. I hope you also the love of God that is in you. You will not allow it to die. You will not allow like the activities and actions that does not please God to steal the love of God that is in you. See you next time. Bye bye. Take care.